In this lesson, you're going to boost your fluency with 50 essential two-word English expressions, which are known as binomials. That simply means there are two words joined by a conjunction, for example, and or to. These are pronounced using the schwa sound, that little sound. So and becomes and to will be t. What's the most important thing for you to learn is that they are always, and I mean always, used by native speakers in the same order. For example, bread and butter is a binomial and it has to be in that order. It's never said as butter and bread. As a native speaker, that's really difficult even for me to say. Butter and bread, it's just wrong. In this video, you'll see each pair of words displayed on the screen as you hear them pronounced naturally, as well as a close-up of my mouth to show you the correct shape for each sound. As soon as you hear the words, you repeat them out loud. You'll then hear a short sentence containing the pair spoken slowly, with a pause, to allow you to repeat, copying the pronunciation. Finally, the sentence will be said at a speed a native British speaker would say it. If you find this a little quick, then simply hit the pause button and try again. By the end, you'll be amazed at how much better you are at speaking fast, natural English. Now, although this video is mainly about improving your speaking skills, there's a downloadable guide with detailed explanations of the meanings of these useful phrases, and you can get that by clicking the link in the description. However, if you're already a member of our community, this will be in your inbox. Enjoy the session and take your time to practice each pair. Hi, I'm Steve. Let's do this. Up and down. The lift went up and down all day. The lift went up and down all day. Black and white. The newspaper is printed in black and white. The newspaper is printed in black and white. Pros and cons. We weighed the pros and cons before buying the car. We weighed the pros and cons before buying the car. Sick and tired. She was sick and tired of the constant delays. She was sick and tired of the constant delays. Short and sweet. His speech was short and sweet. His speech was short and sweet. Odds and ends. She cleared the drawer of odds and ends. She cleared the drawer of odds and ends. Safe and sound. He arrived at the station safe and sound. He arrived at the station safe and sound. Back and forth. The children ran back and forth in the park. The children ran back and forth in the park. By and large. By and large, the meeting was productive. By and large, the meeting was productive. Rock and roll. They enjoyed listening to rock and roll on the radio. They enjoyed listening to rock and roll on the radio. Give and take. A good relationship requires a little give and take. A good relationship requires a little give and take. Neat and tidy. Her desk is always neat and tidy. Her desk is always neat and tidy. Live and learn. We all live and learn from our mistakes. We all live and learn from our mistakes. Fair and square. He won the match fair and square. He won the match fair and square. High and low. They searched high and low for the missing keys. They searched high and low for the missing keys. Thick and thin. They remained friends through thick and thin. They remained friends through thick and thin. Life and death. It was a matter of life and death. It was a matter of life and death. Come and go. Trends in fashion come and go. Trends in fashion come and go. Bed and breakfast. They stayed at a charming bed and breakfast. They stayed at a charming bed and breakfast. Win or lose. You can win or lose in every game. You can win or lose in every game. Now or never. It's now or never if you wish to join. It's now or never if you wish to join. Back to front. She discovered her jumper was on back to front. She discovered her jumper was on back to front. First and foremost. First and foremost, we must be honest. First and foremost, we must be honest. Tried and tested. They used a tried and tested method. They used a tried and tested method. They used a tried and tested method. Part and parcel. Long hours are part and parcel of the job. Long hours are part and parcel of the job. Pick and choose. At the market, you can pick and choose your produce. At the market, you can pick and choose your produce. More or less. The repairs will cost more or less £100. The repairs will cost more or less £100. Sooner or later. Sooner or later, you will understand the concept. Sooner or later, you will understand the concept. Wear and tear. The car shows signs of wear and tear. The car shows signs of wear and tear. Right and wrong. It's important to distinguish right and wrong. It's important to distinguish right and wrong. Now and again. We meet now and again for a cup of tea. We meet now and again for a cup of tea. Hustle and bustle. The hustle and bustle of the city can be overwhelming. The hustle and bustle of the city can be overwhelming. Give or take. The journey takes 2 hours. Give or take a few minutes. The journey takes 2 hours. Give or take a few minutes. Life and limb. He risked his life and limb to rescue the child. He risked his life and limb to rescue the child. Fire and brimstone. The sermon was full of fire and brimstone. The sermon was full of fire and brimstone. Time and again. I've told you time and again to be careful. I've told you time and again to be careful. Long and short. There is both a long and short way to get home. There's both a long and short way to get home. Now and then. Now and then we enjoy a quiet evening at home. Now and then we enjoy a quiet evening at home. Flesh and blood. His son was his only flesh and blood. His son was his only flesh and blood. Bits and pieces. He gathered bits and pieces to repair the toy. He gathered bits and pieces to repair the toy. Peace and quiet. I enjoy some peace and quiet on the weekend. I enjoy some peace and quiet on the weekend. High and mighty. He acted high and mighty after his promotion. He acted high and mighty after his promotion. Cat and dog. They fought like cat and dog over the money. They fought like cat and dog over the money. Salt and pepper. The meal was seasoned with salt and pepper. The meal was seasoned with salt and pepper. Rich and famous. Many aspire to be rich and famous. Many aspire to be rich and famous. Out and about. She was out and about in the town centre. She was out and about in the town centre. Bits and bobs. The shop sells various bits and bobs. The shop sells various bits and bobs. Here and there. There were wild flowers here and there along the path. There were wildflowers here and there along the path. Near and far. Visitors came from near and far to see the exhibition. Visitors came from near and far to see the exhibition. To and fro. The boat rocked to and fro on the gentle waves. The boat rocked to and fro on the gentle waves. Click on this link for another English language video. I'll see you next time.